There are plenty of skills for you to unlock along Black Myth Wukong's extensive skill tree, but which ones are worth unlocking as you start up the game? Here are our suggestions for the best skills to unlock early on. For your first skill, you should unlock Simeon Agility. In Black Myth Wukong, there is only one way to avoid enemy attacks, and that's by dodging. You will be dodging a lot in this game, so Simeon Agility just makes sense, since it reduces the amount of stamina you'll use each time you dodge. So invest in this skill early, and you can put another skill point or spark into this skill to further decrease the stamina cost for dodging. You're going to need stamina and also health to be able to keep up with the upcoming boss battles. So while they're not the most exciting skills to talk about, Robust Constitution and Rampid Vigor are worth taking to increase your health and stamina bars. You can upgrade both of these skills 6 times, and we'd recommend putting at least 3 sparks into each of these skills in the early part of the game. Once you hit level 5, you'll be able to unlock the pillar stance, and you should. This stance allows you to stand on top of your staff, which will extend higher and higher as you charge up and use focus points. This lets you avoid certain ground attacks from enemies, gives you time to plan out your next move, and you can perform a heavy attack that has a fairly decent range. Unlocking the Steel Pillar skill at some point is also worth it, since it will reduce the stamina needed to stay atop your staff. Now, charging up your heavy attack can be a slow process, but there is a way to make it a bit easier. Within the skill tree, for the Smash stance, there is a skill called Force Unbound. This allows you to sprint while charging your heavy attack while you're in the Smash stance. This way you can sprint away from enemies while charging your heavy and then run back in to annihilate enemies with your staff. Speaking of heavy attacks, you need focus points in order to hit enemies with the highest level of your charged heavy attacks. So you're going to want as many focus points as you can get. To increase your amount of focus points, you need to unlock the Focused Attack skills. But you don't unlock these the normal way by just slotting sparks into them. Instead, these will become awakened when you slot sparks into other skills along the Staff Stances section of the skill tree. By investing at least 10 sparks into various Staff Stances skills, you'll awaken Focused Attack 3, which will give you 3 focus points, allowing you to perform deadly combos and even more powerful heavy attacks. Focus points are going to be useful throughout the entire game, so try to put those 10 sparks into various Staff Stances skills as soon as you can. Finally, one of the first spells that you'll acquire in Black Myth Wukong is the Immobilize spell. This freezes enemies in place, giving you a chance to wail on them with your staff. This spell gets its own skill tree, which includes the skill Stagnation. That's the first one you should look into getting along this tree. With this unlocked, enemies frozen by Immobilize will take extra damage, and if you upgrade it again, they'll take even more damage. This spell can be useful for pretty much the entire game, so invest those sparks into it early to make these boss fights a tad easier to survive. These are our best suggestions for early skills that will help you with the opening boss fights, but keep in mind that as the game goes on, there will be additional stances, spells, transformations, and other fun stuff to put those sparks into. So if at any point you feel like you need to reallocate your sparks into other skills that suit your playstyle better, you can always reset your sparks at a Keeper's Shrine by selecting Self-Advance and then reignite the sparks. So don't worry about wasting your skill points. For more Black Myth Wukong news and guides, make sure to check out thegamer.com. I'm Jamie Latour, and we'll see you next time.